Since 2005, Northshore magazine has brought you the best of the North Shore, and what started out as 50 or so categories has grown in the past 9 years to include over 170 subjects and more than 380 winners. This year, we once again tasted, sipped, shopped, and indulged in all things North Shore to bring our readers our thoughts on the very best. And our readers reciprocated, weighing in with 37,000 votes on their favorite places in the region. From mainstays such as the best clam chowder, pizza, and burgers, BONS has evolved to include fresh topics such as the best paint and sip venues, sushi bars, and signature cocktails. BONS reader participation keeps our editorial team on trend, and this year our readers' voices were heard more than ever as we published their insightful comments. We invite you to take a look behind the scenes of the making of 2014 BONS.
Best of the North Shore. We started BONS, and with a little help from our readers and a lot of help from our team of experts, we created the first BONS in 2006. We made it 10 pages. We created a magazine that showed our readers the best of the North Shore, and I think at that point people became interested in the concept, although it was a while before people actually embraced it, before people celebrated it. Over time, and now 9 years later, with 37,000 votes, we feel a sense that the readers are really enjoying the best of the North Shore. Nothing makes us feel better than to see a plaque in front of a retail store or on the window front when somebody comes by and says, "Hey, that's the best of the North Shore."
Last year, and probably for about the last 5 years, we've done the BONS issue as kind of almost like a feature in the back of the book. But this year we have the whole issue dedicated to the BONS. The reason this wall is important, especially for an issue of this size, is it helps us visualize the entire issue at once. It shows us if too many photos are similar and they're close by. It really allows us to see the magazine before we print it out.
Some of our choices were really easy to make. They were hands down winners in some categories. In other categories we had a really tough decision to make, so it was days deciding who should get what and multiple tries of, say, the perfect burger. We have a really strong editorial, art, and production team, and I don't think we could put such a large magazine together. I think in history this is the largest magazine that North Shore has produced, 360 pages.
At North Shore Magazine, we strive to be the expert resource that readers turn to for advice and suggestions on the best life north of Boston, where to shop, where to dine, where to visit. So it's only fitting that our Best Of awards are a natural extension of that goal, to deliver our audiences a guide to the very best that our community has to offer. We get to hear these incredible stories of businesses who have really benefited from the recognition that BONS has afforded them.
It's been great. I mean, the publication in general is fantastic for exposure for area businesses, and for us it's just been huge. I mean, people come in all the time saying, "Oh, we saw you won the award, we saw you in BONS Magazine, or your advertisement in North Shore Magazine," and it's done huge as far as boosting the business for us, so it's been a great experience. The exposure for local businesses and small businesses as well has just been incredible, and it's nice to see that something's focused on the North Shore of Massachusetts versus a statewide thing or a Boston-related thing. So I think it's done great for all businesses involved. They're so excited about it, and they're so proud too, because it's not me that's waiting on the tables, it's not me that's cooking all the food. And so they're really proud, and they get really excited when this time of year rolls around. And you know, they have their voting and stuff like that as well, and they take it to heart, and it's a really nice vibe, particularly when we get the results in, and it's fantastic. People do, and I think as far as the community is concerned, you know, we love being in Ipswich, and you know, the more awareness Ipswich can get, is really just going to kind of raise the tide, for all the businesses in Ipswich, and hopefully it does the same for us. So as far as the community reach thing, it's great because, you get different restaurants from different towns, and I think those towns benefit just as much as the restaurants do. It brings people to the area. Yeah, I mean, as far as the magazine is concerned, Northshore Magazine and the BONS Awards, I mean, for us here at SALT, it's, it's become a great vehicle for us to get our name out there, and so it's really become a nice symbiotic relationship back and forth. They're great supporters of the local businesses, and now we're great supporters of the magazine as well. So it's been a great relationship.
Our business has been greatly affected since winning Best of the North Shore in 3 categories. We've gained new clients since winning the awards, and our current clients are so proud of all of our accomplishments. They feel like it's validating what they've known about us for all these years. Northshore Magazine is a prestigious magazine reaching thousands of readers every month. We are thrilled to be associated with such a prestigious magazine and its readers. We here at Philip Champa Salon are a family. We're always so super helpful to each other. We encourage each other. We always want to strive to do better. These awards mean the world to us as we're constantly striving to please our clients and provide excellent customer service. We invite new clients to come in and experience Philip Champa Salon and hope they leave feeling like family. When the client comes in, we treat them like family. We know when they're having great days, we know when they're having bad days, but when they walk through this door, we want them to forget the bad days, focus on all good, and leave feeling so super positive and like they can accomplish anything.
I think the BONS contest is a pretty amazing contest for small businesses and big businesses around the area. It creates a very healthy competition. Well, participating in winning BONS has definitely increased our business, I'd say, because we're getting a lot of people that maybe would not have driven from such a distance, but they're definitely coming down. So with the far reach of the BONS, we're getting to meet a whole bunch of new clientele who are really nice and that we probably wouldn't have met. We have a lot of people come in and talk about the BONS and congratulate us, and it's really fun to have these people come in and tell us that, and also appreciate the ads because we do some really creative, silly ads. I'm always the brunt of the joke, but I don't mind that. The employees are really excited, especially this year, because they're having a really big BONS party and all the employees get to go. Not our first time winning, but if you want to find out how many times we won, come on in and check out our plaques.
This summer, like when the award came out, has really been kind of the biggest boom. And it's nice when all these things kind of lock into place. We think of it as Napolitano style pizza, which is like where pizza comes from, and we're trying to do a pretty authentic version of that. Of course, we're adding some ingredients occasionally that you wouldn't find in Naples, but as far as like the thickness of the pizza, the way it's made in a wood-fired oven, the size, the type of flour, we're staying very true to that traditional scent. One of the ways that we're not following the very specific guidelines of Napolitano pizza is that we're not using tomatoes from Italy. We're getting everything as much as we can. We're getting all of our produce from 20 to 30 miles away, and food is just so much better when it's that fresh. While about half of the menu that we have is our pizzas, we are always doing entrees out of the wood oven. We get a whole pig once a week. We butcher it. We make a porchetta, which is a pork belly and pork loin. We slow roast it in the oven. We make meatballs from that pig. We make our pancetta. We always have salads, entrees, a lot of antipasti. And so like the idea is lots of different foods that you can share at the table. So if you put a pizza down, there are 6 slices, there's 6 people, everyone gets a slice. You order a dozen oysters, everyone gets 2 oysters. All these small plates are things that you share. And it's kind of a restaurant for groups, community, for, you know, it's the way that we like to eat.
The great thing about BONS is that as an avid reader of the magazine and someone who also lives on the North Shore, I love that I recognize winners because they are people who I recognize their ads as well, but oftentimes it's also small independent stores that maybe don't always advertise but have this great visibility, you know, brought to them by virtue of winning BONS. And I thought this year's magazine was fantastic just in terms of not only the businesses that were brought to my attention, but how many new businesses are opening up on the North Shore that are really new and noteworthy. And I think it's a fantastic thing for all businesses, large or small. We never rest on our laurels here, so we never take for granted that just because we've won in previous years means that that's going to continue. So every year we really try and up our game and up our buying and up our customer service, and it just appears to have worked. So it's an honor to be chosen. When I read the BONS issue, I'm really proud to be from the North Shore. I feel like over the course of the past few years, the level of interesting, exciting, creative businesses the bar has been raised. And I don't have a lot of time to go to most of these places because I'm working really hard, but I love that it exists as a little encyclopedia of places that you can check off that you want to go to and support. It's a great thing for our community, and it makes me realize that we are small, but we are actually kind of big too. And there's a lot to the North Shore. So I plan on eating at a lot of these restaurants and shopping at a lot of these other boutiques when I have some time. Next year is our 10th anniversary of BONS, and you can expect it to be bigger and better than ever. We're already evaluating new categories. There's no shortage of things to highlight across our region, and the 10th anniversary issue is going to be really special.